English stories. The Golden Bird. Many years ago, a king lived in a beautiful city. He had a very beautiful garden. In the garden, there was an apple tree that bore golden apples. The king was very particular about the number of apples growing on it. But one morning one apple was missing. King became angry. He ordered the gardener to keep an eye on the tree. The gardener appointed his elder son for night duty. But he slept at midnight, and the next day another apple was gone. It made the gardener angry, and he appointed the second son for the next day. But he too slept that night and one apple was gone. Gardener decided to take care of the tree by himself, but his youngest son requested to give him one chance. He allowed him to watch. At night, he heard a swishing noise in the air. He saw a golden bird snapping the apple with its beak. He shot an arrow, but the bird flew away and a golden feather dropped on the ground. In the morning, this incident was shared with the king and its ministers. They also observed the feather and its cost. The king said, "Cost of a feather is more than the whole kingdom. One feather is of no use to me, I must have the whole bird," he stated. He offered a big award for the one who will catch the golden bird. Then the eldest son of the gardener decided to catch the bird. He went to the forest. There he saw a fox sitting on wood. He pointed out his gun, but the fox said, "Don't shoot me. I know why you came here. To catch the golden bird." It surprised him. The fox continued, "In the evening you will enter a village where you see two inns. One is very beautiful and the other seems to be very dirty and poor. You are supposed to enter the dirty inn and take a rest for the whole night." The son got irritated with his words and tried to shoot him. The fox eloped. In the evening, he entered the village but went to the beautiful inn. As he entered there, he forgot everything about his past. The gardener waited for him for many days. Later, he got worried and set out for his second son to catch the bird and find his brother. But the same thing happened to him. He also met with the fox, attracted to the charming inn, and entered it. As he entered, he lost all his past. Days passed, the youngest and most lovable son wished to catch the golden bird. The gardener allowed him with a very heavy heart. He went out and met the fox in the garden. He agreed to follow his words and sat over him to reach the shabby inn. He took a rest there and began his journey the next day. Then he again met the fox. The fox said, "Go straight, enter the castle silently. Check each room. In a room, you will see the golden bird captured in a shabby cage. There was also a golden cage. But do not transfer the bird into the luxurious cage, otherwise, you will repent." The younger son followed the words of the fox. He found the golden bird in a room. The boy was unhappy to see it in the wooden cage. So, he tried to open the cage, but the alarm rang so loud that all the soldiers captured him. The court sentenced him to die or bring the golden horse for the king. Again, he started his journey and looked for the golden horse. He met the fox on the way. The fox said, "If you do not follow my instructions properly, you will get punished. Go straight. You will see a castle, enter into it, you will find the golden horse. You will also find a leather saddle and golden saddle. Do not pick the golden saddle. Otherwise, you would get arrested." The son followed the same route and got to the castle. He found the horse, but he used a golden saddle to cure him. But he was again imprisoned by the guards. He was sentenced to either die or bring the beautiful princess. Then he went out to get the princess. He was supposed to run away with the princess at midnight. But the princess requested to allow her once to meet her father. The kind-hearted boy allowed her to meet her father. But he was arrested again by the guards. Then, again one condition was made for him. The king said that if you dig away the hill in 8 days, you can take my daughter. He agreed with the king's terms and conditions. He began the work, and his friend came out to help him. Sooner, he dug that completely. The young man went away from that palace with the beautiful woman and reached the castle. He showed the beautiful princess and asked for the golden horse. Then, he galloped with the princess, by sitting on the speedy golden horse. He reached the place where he saw the golden bird. He did not come down from the horse and rode away by taking the golden bird. Then, the fox came to him and requested to kill him and cut off his head and feet. But, he denied it and reached the beautiful inn to save his brothers. Then he reached his town with his brothers, golden bird, golden horse, and beautiful princess. The king became happy and gave him the golden horse. The young boy married the beautiful princess and lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: a good deed is never lost. We always get a reward for it.